Alright guys, so I'm here on a Sunday hanging out in my closets where I get a lot of my work done. It's quiet in here and I don't know, it's just something I've always done. But I'm, I'm thinking about some different things that we're going to be doing over the next couple weeks and months as far as setting goals go. And I wanted to share this with you guys because this is something I'm going through right now. I think this is pretty powerful. And I know for me, I get in my own way a lot. Like I want to, there are things that I want to do. Like I want to get out of work earlier. Like I want to go to certain things in the week. Like I want to go to karate, but I can't right now. Like there are all these things that like will probably make my life more meaningful, but yet I can't do them because I stand in my own way. Stand in my own way in a lot of senses, and so I've really been kind of trying to break that down into a series of questions that I can answer for myself. And then based upon those questions, I can start to, kind of break that down into just changes that I can make slowly over time. So I wanted to share this with you guys, and I want you to really think about this, and I call it the perfect day formula. And the reason that is because what does your perfect day look like? Like on a daily basis, for me, happiness is like the things that we do daily to make life better and just to make our lives purposeful and meaningful. And like we don't have to look out 5 or 10 years and be like I'm going to be a millionaire. Like that's not happiness. That's an outcome. So what is happiness? And for me, it's daily stuff. And so I'm just going to read you guys some questions that I wrote down, and I'm going to share this as a newsletter this week as well. So describe to me your perfect day. Okay, what does your morning look like? Okay, so are you exercising? What time do you wake up? Are you praying? Are you spending time with your partner? Okay, like what does that look like in comparison to what you're currently doing? Don't worry about what you're currently doing. Just write down your ideal. It could be anything. If you're not an early riser, you're not an early riser. I'm not a 4:30 in the morning person, but maybe it's better if I were. So then, what do you do before work? Again, leading that question, like what's your routine? Are you, or do you have a morning routine? Is that something that's important to you or not? What time do you go to work? So are you starting work super early so you could get done earlier? Or are you going a little bit later? What does your work environment look like? So do you prefer working from home? Do you like kind of a mix of the two? Do you like to travel? Like all of that is important. Like for me, ideally, I have both. I'm an introvert, so I get to a certain point where if I go over a certain amount of interaction, I just kind of like shut off, and you can probably see it if you worked with me. So that's a good thing. So knowing that, I want to limit my time to a certain amount of time and kind of maybe have some more cerebral and downtime that I can do, other types of work. So what time do you get off work? Okay, are you getting off? Are you starting later so you're getting off later, or are you getting off relatively early so you can spend a little bit more time in the evening doing what you want? And then the last question is, what do you do after work? Do you go to dinner with with friends? Do you work out? Do you spend time with your partner? And so the purpose of that is we get all of these things that we put together, and that's our perfect day. Like we know the things that make us. Oh, and one more question: what would you do daily to make your life worth living? Okay, what is fulfilling to you? Okay, for me, it's studying on a daily basis. Okay, that's really important for me. I study an hour a day, and then writing something. Okay, I keep a journal. So you do those things, and they just make life a little bit better, and they help us to be a little bit more reflective as far as what our situation is, or whatever it is for you. So that's my challenge for you is to I'm going to share the slide with this as well, with this video as well, but I really want you guys to think about that because I think you're going to get a lot of value out of it. And then from there, we can start to break things down into, okay, we're not anywhere near this right now. I know I'm not in a lot of ways for where I want to be, but yet I can take my morning, for example, and if I'm waking up at like 6 and I want to be waking up at like 4:30, I can be like, okay, so my first habit then is to win the morning. I want to start waking up maybe at 5:45 or 5:30 for the next couple weeks, and if I do that, then I can start to move back. But it's great because I feel like that gives us kind of a place to work from. It's like we're beginning with the end in mind. And that's what I want you guys to have because that creates kind of clarity as far as where we want to go. So I challenge you guys to do that maybe this weekend or this week. And again, I'm going to post a slide as well. So enjoy, and hopefully you're impressed by my closet.